Namaste and welcome to this very special edition of The Right Stand. Tonight, we look back at 8 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government. 26th of May 2014, he was sworn in as the Prime Minister of India, and for the last 8 years, he has championed, he has shouldered the burden as the Pradhan Sevak of 130 crore plus people. He has taken it upon himself, the mammoth task of turning India's fortunes around and propelling it towards a vision that he has set for all of us. That is of us becoming a Vishwaguru, of us becoming Atmanirbhar. Has he set the foundations right? We will try and explore 8 pillars on which he should have done it or he has endeavored to do it. The various schemes around it. Time is of essence, ladies and gentlemen, so let's try and look at the first 8 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Modi at 8 is what we will talk about, and this is how it is from 2014, 2015 at a time, and you see the changing face of Prime Minister himself, and as he has evolved as a leader, as somebody who from a Chief Minister of a state transformed into a Prime Minister right there in 2014, 2015, then 2015, 2016 growing into the role, 2016, 2017 trying to find his own feet, 2017, 2018 getting into the act and task, and then 2018, 2019 when he came back to power, and how, and perhaps that's when the transformation began. The 2 years of challenge, 2019, 2020 and 2020, 21 with the COVID, the pandemic, and how India responded to that, and of course then the assertion of India and propelling India towards that road. So let's try and understand over these years what have been perhaps the single most and most memorable. One by one, let's try and understand this. 2014, 2015, every year has seen landmarks. The top 2 in 2014-15 was the Jan Dhan Yojana and the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. It's bearing result because from 991 to 1,000 sex ratio, it's 1,020 plus to 1,000. The first time in a long time that number of women or betis in the country are more than the number of men. The next one, 2015-2016. Let's quickly look at it. What were the big ones? Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, more than 3 crore homes have been delivered. 1152 even in Tamil Nadu. That has happened this Thursday. And Digital India, the biggest amount of transactions the world over is happening on the digital platform. And the latest trends show rural internet users are more than urban internet users. So clearly, these are aspects which started way back in 2015, 2016, and you see the results or the delivery in 2022. Surgical strikes, demonetization, 2 big tasks. One is about saying that we know how to defend ourselves and nobody dare lay a finger on us. And the other one is, can I test my own people? Can I break the backbone of this country for the betterment of Bharat? Because demonetization set up the foundations for digital infrastructure and cashless economy. 2016, 2017, 2018, again came the GST rollout. Nobody believed it could be possible. Today, we are upwards of 1,30,000 crore revenue. Upwards of that per month. That's the amount that we are collecting. Saubhagya scheme was launched 2017, 2018. 2018, 2019, of course, Balakot happened in February 2019. But before that came Ayushman Bharat, a healthcare scheme who would have known would prove beneficial to millions of people just about a year and a half or 2 years later when COVID struck. So 2018, 2019, he came back into power in 2019, and then 2019, soon after that, first session of Parliament, and there were a slew of reforms that were announced. CAA was announced, abrogation of Article 370, and of course, Triple Talaq, a poll promise, was honoured and it was outlawed. Pradhan Mantri recently said 80% reduction in the number of cases soon as instant Triple Talaq was criminalized. Let's look at 2020, 2019 and 2020 and 2020, 2021. Ram Mandir, Bhumi Pujan happened, and of course the COVID vaccination drive. 2 vaccines manufactured in India, one of them indigenously developed and today proving to be perhaps the most effective against this virus. It's a feather on all our cap. It's a celebration of our scientists, our knowledge, and what we can do if we believe in ourselves. And it's the Prime Minister who drove that. And of course, 2021, 2022, where we saw the Kashi Vishwanath Dham corridor coming through India, emerging out of the pandemic, clutches of the pandemic. Gati Shakti being launched, where you're integrating ministries, line ministries, and trying to create a blueprint for development. This is what Modi at 8, the governance model, talks about. This is what Modi at 8, the governance model, wants to showcase, and this is what we will talk about. These 8 pillars, we will talk about these 8 pillars, and through these 8 pillars, try and determine, has he set the foundation in 8 years, through these 8 pillars, setting up the foundation of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, propelling Bharat into that Amrit Kal, the next 25 years, from 75 years to 100 years. Is it going to be possible? Strong? Has he worked towards making Bharat strong? Has he worked towards making Bharat stable, secure, sustainable, scientific, socially well? The social welfare programs, a very important pillar or stump, self-reliant, and more importantly, ability to believe in our abilities, our potential, and of course, fiercely, truly Sanatan. We'll talk about all of that with our panel of experts, and as we break down each of these aspects one by one, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about it all threadbare. It's a pleasure to say that today we have with us Sohail Seth, Advaita Kala, and Nalin